Hello everyone, my name is Angelo Kuhn and we're just gonna start this off by playing Minecraft is. You guys haven't seen it, you might not have seen the other episode yet, or you might have. I was explaining the other episode, but if you guys didn't see it, what Guncraft basically is Minecraft with guns. Now, today is gonna be a little hasty video because, actually not hasty, more of like an important video, because this video is actually for a friend of mine. Um, his birthday is today, so I thought I'd dedicate this recording to him. You guys might have known him. I think I showed him to you in one of my vlogs. He was the friend who left for Ohio. He's been back for a while already, and since today's his birthday, I thought I'd maybe dedicate this recording to him. And at the same time, I can probably explain how I met him and all that good stuff. So um, his name is Mike. We'll refer to him as Mike, because I don't know if he wants me to give away his full name on YouTube just yet. So yeah, me and my best buddy Mike, we've been friends since freshman year, which was like more than 8 years now. Almost. I think it's almost going to 8. But yeah, I've known him for like 8 years. We met back in freshman year. I met him in health class actually. Um, before I did all this recording, before uh, I knew anything about YouTube, when I was a freshman in high school, I was so annoying. And I know I was because I can remember like the stuff that I did that was annoying and I didn't like it. Um, but, Mike, even though I annoyed the crap out of him, still became friends. Of course, the first year, we're like, okay, we're friends, acquaintances, or something like that. But then it started getting like, we're starting to get to know each other better, more and more. Ah, crap. Sorry about that. We started to get to know each other more and more. So it's already at the end of freshman year. Crap. Oh, we both done now. So, in the freshman year, actually, I should explain it. Okay, I met him at the beginning. Oh my gosh, I can't make up my story right. Okay, this is how it goes. I met him in health class in freshman year in the beginning of the year. Um, I started talking to him. He thought I was weird because I was annoying and crap like that. But he's like, okay, whatever, I'll give it a shot. At least that's what I think. I don't know if that's what he was thinking. At least that's what I think he said. But, so, we were friends, but we didn't hang out. I mean, I didn't know where he lived, he didn't know where I lived. But we were buddies. But he didn't consider me as a buddy. I think it was more of an acquaintanceship. Because remember, I was still annoying and awkward because I would like just go up to him and like talk to him like if I've known him forever when I've only known him for like what, half a semester. Sorry, I didn't mean to. So then from there we started to get along a little better. Um, Might as well mention this part in. Um, right now he currently calls me Fangle. The reason why he calls me Fangle is because from that freshman year, because there was this one freshman who was in the same grade as me. Oh my god. There was this one freshman who did not like me whatsoever. Around senior year, we started to get along, but in the beginning of the year, just he hated me. I don't know why he hated me. I'm guessing he just hated me, period. But anyways, we were doing this group project, and it was during literature, and it was like, okay, everyone write your names down, and then I think his name was Joey, I think, but he he knew everyone's names, so it was like, okay, so write everyone's name down, and then they gave the paper to me to check the names. All right, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, because I just blew it off, didn't even know. So I and then we turned it into the teacher, and the teacher says to me, "Well, I didn't know your name was Angle Angel." I was like, "What?" And so I look at the paper, and then those two of us done laughing. I was like, "What? You misspelled my name? You guys suck!" And so my name was Angle, but then think a couple years around. I'm gonna jump ahead. A couple years ahead of the line, ahead of this story. Um, Fangle came out of nowhere. Well, first it was gonna be no. I don't remember what happened. My friend Mike called me Angle while I was hanging out with him at church and stuff like that. And then one of the people who was there heard him say Angle, uh, and then she was like, "What? Uh, Vagil? What? Fangle?" And then he was like, "Fangle! Oh my God, we're gonna call you that from now on." I was like, "My God!" So basically, it started from Angle because that story kept coming up over and over. Me and them changing my name to Angle, and then from there, it sprouted a new word called Fangle. Now, what Fangle means is what from my friend told me. I don't know if it still means it or not, but it means fabulous angel. Now, I do not agree with that whatsoever. I hate that nickname. Every time they call me by that nickname, they like wrench my teeth, and I'm like, that's not my name. That's not my nickname. Stop calling me that. But anyways, getting off the topic. So after Fangle was created, name, uh, was freshman year. Freshman year. Yeah, okay. So freshman year, we're starting to get to know each other a little more better. We're actually starting sophomore year. We actually started walking home together. Now, we're friends, okay? So please don't write any comments like, "Oh, it's so homo," like your trolls, like, "Oh, you so homo." No, because we're buddies. So we're walking home together. We started walking home together, and get to know each other a little more. Of course, around the time that was happening, we started to get to talk more and more. I would tell him about like how my dad loves to be drunk and stuff like that. And he was, yeah, snaps. He always talked to me about going to church around sophomore year. He started talking to me. That's when he started. But of course, I brushed it off. I was like, okay, yeah, church. Yeah, church. And so he kept talking about that. I still kept mentioning that, my dad's drunk and problems are at home and stuff like that. Ooh. No, sorry. Maybe I should do this afterwards, record it and say it. Oh well. Okay, so anyways, I think I should. Whatever. Okay, I'll be in a little corner. So, when I started talking about that, and then this one the first time he started talking to me about, going to church and stuff like that. I was like, man, you should really go to church. And, like, pastor, like, has some really wise stuff to say and stuff like that. I was like, nah, bro, I'm cool. And but we're starting to get to know each other more. We're still friends and stuff like that. So we walk home together. Well, not home as in to his house, as in like we'll walk home from school. I mean, since it's on the way, and that's where I started to figure out where he lives. So I would never visit him because I still didn't know him that well because it's awkward. So I know where he lived. He didn't know where I lived still. And so I think we kept talking. He still kept mentioning, bringing up church and stuff like that. And I was like, no, I'm cool. And so um, one day, uh, sophomore year, it was winter time. It was super cold. Not super cold. Yeah, it was cold. But the trail that we would take, there's like a little downhill. No, like 3 days, no, I think 1 or 2 days prior. I don't know if it was snowing that day, but it snowed a lot, like a lot, like to the point where like that downhill was like at least 3, 4 feet thick of snow. And since we always take that path to go to our houses, we're like, okay, fine, screw it, we'll take this path. And so we're taking this path, right? And then as you can see, it's like, okay, the snow's nothing. One step, we start sinking out. It's like, crap. And then, crap, I keep breathing me. I keep walking, and as I go one more step, I lose my balance, but I'm stuck there. And so I'm stuck there losing my balance, slowly falling to my demise of snow. And so I'm like, I'm stuck. I'm falling. This is the slowest fall I've ever done. So I'm just like, no. And so I'm falling and I just stood there, like I just got stuck there. I was planted, and the snow was so thick, I got stuck in the snow, falling down in the snow. Which it's hard to make sense of it. You're probably like, wait, that makes no sense. But I took one step, slipped, but I was stuck and got knocked off my balance. And so as I was trying to get back up, I fell fully forward. And then he was just busting out laughing. I'm like, that's not funny. It's cold. But I would say, like in Spanish, es muy frío. Because it was flipping cold. Flipping snow went all up in my shoes, all up in my trousers, shirt. Went home all wet and soggy. I was like, man, that was cold. Okay, so after that happened, what do I go? After that happened, I think we were getting along more. And I remember sophomore year, we had to do a project. We had to do like a flipping project to social studies project. And me and him were partners. We started to become partners and stuff like that. I was still a little weird at the time because, like, now and again, I would say like random comments out of nowhere. I'd be like, everyone's quiet, and all of a sudden, I'd be like, or something like that. So, be weird. And so, he was my partner. I was like, okay, fine, we're partners. It was horrible because we didn't even meet up at all. It was like 2, 3 minutes prior. I had to figure out what his phone number was. I literally had to. He's probably gonna hate me for this. I had to look up his phone number through the flipping phone book. I had to look up his house phone number through the phone book. I was like, crap. And so I looked it up. It was like, and then he called me. I was like, yeah, is Miguel there? And then his dad answered. I was like, oh wait, he's a junior. And so I was like, crap. So I called him. His dad answers, and then his dad gives him the phone. And then I'm like, bro, so what are you gonna do the project? I was like, dude, I've been trying to call you for like the past winter break. I was like, dude, I didn't even know your number. I was like, why didn't you give it to me? I was like, I wasn't thinking at the time. So we had no one else's numbers. So over the phone, we had like 2 days left before winter break was over to turn in this project. So he was like, okay, what the fudge are we gonna do? What do we have to do? I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this and this, and you do this and that. So what I did, I took like styrofoam, um, aluminum foil, pieces of aluminum, and so this is what I did. I made a bow out of aluminum, like aluminum, like bendable metal, and in the middle is like a triangular cardboard. So the handle's the cardboard, and then the aluminum is like the aluminum piece is the bow. But I covered it with aluminum, and then the string I textured with regular string. And then for bows and arrows, what I made is I took what are those called? Um, crap, what are those called? Shish kebab sticks, wooden shish kebab sticks, and I taped them together into a long arrow, like, and I made like 3 or 4, and so like it was a working bow and arrow, and then I made a shield. I made a shield out of flipping cardboard, had a crest in front of it as a cross, put aluminum on it, and then used another metal piece on the back to use it as a handle. Somebody had a shield and a bow and arrow. And then from there, I started making a mace and a dagger. The dagger made out of styrofoam, and then had a metal sheath. And on the styrofoam, I would color it with like green marker, because it was a poison dagger, because they poisoned their dagger back then. So we thought. And I made a mace. I took a styrofoam ball, put toothpicks in there, tied a string in there, and wrapped it in aluminum. Everything was wrapped out of aluminum. So basically, everything was made out of aluminum. And this was within 2 days. I, by far, think was like the fastest project I've ever done. Within 2 days, within 2 days, I did the shield, the dagger, the mace, the arrows, and the bow. And so I go in school at and it was, I forgot what period. I think it was sixth period. Sixth period was social studies. And I came in with this big huge bag. I was like, the heck? And then I took it out. Oh my god! Everyone was like, what the heck? Then like I pulled out the shield, the dagger, and everything. I think that was the one project where I spent like my hard-earned time on it. In the fastest time I turned that in. Everyone was like, "Wait, does it work?" And so then, because they were asking, "Does the bow and arrow work?" I was like, "Yeah, it does." And because even Mike, my friend, was like, "Bro, does that work?" I'm like, "Yeah," because I tried it before. And so they're like, "Okay, prove it." And so then I put like cardboard over there. I was on the other side, pulled it, launched it, it worked. And but in reality, I didn't even try it at home. I was like, "Crap, does this work?" But it did. I was like, "Yes." And so we got an A on that project. I just thought like we didn't even deserve that A because it like we had the whole winter break, and out of the whole winter break, within 2 days we did the project. That's like procrastination to the max. Oh my god, it was horrible. But he was impressed, and so were the teachers, so were the students. And I was even impressed. I was like, dang, I made all this. I wish I had pictures to show you guys, but I don't, because like all the stuff that I had got destroyed. Like they left it outside in the rain, because they gave it back to me, but me being a dummy, I left it outside in the rain and just let it get destroyed, like a dummy. So after sophomore year, what was it sophomore year? After sophomore year, I was starting doing bad on my grades because I was doing bad because I really didn't want to do school because there was so much problems happening at home that I really didn't care for, school and stuff like that. So I was in something called CSP, called College Studies Program, but I dropped it because well my grades were bad. In my that was around a period of time where I like the problems really started to hit me more, problems at home and stuff like that, and I didn't really care for school that much. I mean, I would go. The only reason I'd go was for music, it was for band. I loved band, which by the way, um, I'm a musician-ish. I've been in band for like 7 years, but we'll get to that in another story. Um, I would just go to school because just for band, because I like band, because the music was nice. Like music for me was the ooh, put it in myself. Music for me was like home away from home, because every time I'd go home there'd just be problems and stuff like that, and I couldn't deal with it. Um, so after I dropped CSP, um, we were still friends. We'd meet each other in the hall once in a while. But like we'll still wait. Like I would wait for him or he would wait for me. Like I remember at one point I would take the bus and stuff like that. I would take the bus. But then I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna take the bus because I didn't want to. Because I wanted to walk home. Which was actually pretty good because I am now. I think I was a little skinnier back then because I would walk more. We would always walk to school. And back then I would that was a potty mouth. I like to say the F bomb a lot. And so one day, I'm guessing I said the F bomb. I was like, wait, say that again. Mike was like, say that again. I'm like, why? And I was like, say it again. Oh, okay, I said it. I was like, bro, you sound like Tony Montana. I'm like, no, I don't. And he was like, no, yeah, say it. I was like, the fuck? Oh, I almost said it, but I didn't. Ha. And then he was like, yeah, bro, you sound Tony Montana. I was like, holy crap, I do. And then I realized, oh, wait, my uncle sounds like Tony Montana, too. And so we were just doing more bonding and stuff like that. But like I said, this was when I was a potty mouth and stuff like that. So, passing that, I stopped. I stopped at CSP. Sophomore year, I never really skipped much, but my grades weren't that great. After sophomore year, um, I got my license. I think around sophomore, junior year. Oh, sorry about that. I was sneezing. Sophomore year, we had driver's ed. I didn't do that grand driver's ed, but I said I'd try to get my license. So I think it was the beginning of junior year. Yeah, it was the beginning of junior year. No, it was around the middle of junior year. I have bad memory. I think it was the beginning or middle. But either way, I finally got my license and I had a car. And so I would drive to school and back. And so I was like, well, hey, you want to ride to school, Mike? I mean, I can drive now. He's like, oh no, I'll think about it. Let me ask my dad. I was like, okay. He said, wait a week. I went the next day to go pick him up. I was like, bro, I told you to wait a week. I was like, oh snap, I'm terribly sorry. I thought you meant like it was okay today. It's like, no, no, no. I was like, well, that's I'm here. Do you want me to give you a ride? He's like, sure, fine, whatever. So then we were to drive off at school. How long is this video? I don't know. I might have to cut parts into this. But yeah, um, I'm gonna edit that part out, and this part, and this part, and this part. Yeah. So I started driving. I would take him to school and back. We would hang out. I was like, hey, you want to do anything today? This is like junior year. Is when we started like hang out more. Like went over to his house. Um, that's where we really started. Like he started really wanting to become friends with me. I think it started sophomore year when we're like finally okay, legit friends now. Um, I went over to his house. The first time I went over to his house was sophomore year. I'm jumping back and forth. Sorry, was sophomore year, and I think what really got me and him connected to being friends was a video game. Now that might sound a little bit shallow, but it's not if you think about it. And because I don't know, I couldn't find anything that we had in common yet. But we found out that we liked video games. The games he liked, I liked. Like Kingdom Hearts, he's a die-hard Kingdom Heart fan. Like in um, in RuneScape, for those of you who know RuneScape, I didn't play RuneScape. I didn't had no idea what RuneScape was because I didn't have internet till I was like a junior in high school. And all you kids are like, "What? You didn't have internet till you were junior in high school?" I'm like, "Yes, I lived 15, 16 years without internet, and I've discovered and I found and we got internet when I was 16. 16 when I was 16, and that's when I got my license too. When I was 16, and so you mentioned about RuneScape. I was like, "Well, I don't can't play because I don't have internet." I was like, okay, well, we'll have my friends make you an account. So they make me an account on RuneScape, and his username was Sora, level 999, blah, 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 blah. And the funny thing is that he still mentions it today because when I saw him do that, oh, it was Sora level 1000. When I saw him do that, I was like, okay, I'm going to steal it. I didn't say that, but I was like, hey, that's a good idea. I want to do it too. So then I would put like Vincent level 9999, Sephiroth level 9999, because I was like a huge Final Fantasy fanatic when I was in high school. So my emails would be like death penalty level blah 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 and blah 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 blah. Because to this day my Mike still brings it up. It's like, hey, you remember when you were Vincent level 99 blah 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 blah. I was like, what's your email? He asked me, what's your email? Wait, let me guess. Sephiroth level 99 blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, shut up. So he's a big Kingdom Hearts fanatic. I was big Final Fantasy Kingdom Hearts fanatic too. What else? I just went off topic. Crap. Oh yeah. Okay. So the game that really got us, as to being like closer friends was Budokai. Because apparently he said that no one could beat him in Budokai. And we were neck and neck. He was like, what the deuce? I haven't met anyone who can beat me in Budokai. I'm like, I had Budokai. I didn't know that you played. It's like, yeah. I always have my cousins over and my friends over, and they always lose. You're the only person who's can beat me. And so I was like, cool. So we were like, now we like make time to go over. It's like, hey, Mike, you got anything to do today? He's like, no, why? He's like, you want to hang, play some booty guy? He'd be like, heck yeah. So we'll play booty guy. We'll go neck and neck every single time. I'd get mad because he'd beat me, and he'd get mad because I'd beat him. So we started bonding more and more and more. This was like before junior year. I know I jumped back and forth. Sorry. Sophomore year, Budokai. Junior year, finally had my license. Back to junior year. Junior year, got my license. Started getting my car. Drive to high school and back and stuff like that. And and then that's where my problems still were still there. I still didn't want to go to school. When I went, just to go because of music. Again, the only reason why I went to school is because I loved the music. Um, some of the subjects I did okay. I didn't like English whatsoever. Literature, I don't know why. I just didn't like it. Um, but yeah, it was what was it? And there were also times where I would tell him about my problems, stuff like that. Oh, then at home, drunk problems, stuff like that. And he would keep bringing it up. It's like, hey, bro, you gotta go to church, man. Come on. You feel better if you'll go. Like, you said something along the lines of, I don't know if I can remember it because it was so far long ago. It's like, when you come to church, bro? You know, he would always invite me, and I would always say no, 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 no. I think one day I was like, no, I don't want to, and because I answered instead of saying no, I don't want to, I was like, no, because I'm afraid. Because no, I said I didn't want to, but in reality, I was kind of afraid. Because when I was younger, I would always curse God and stuff like that, saying, I hate you, because around the beginning of freshman year, I jumped again, didn't I? Sorry. The beginning of freshman year, I was very depressed, very sad, because I lost someone dear to me. That was my grandmother. My grandmother was a very dear person to me. I loved her to death, um, because my dad would always get drunk and always fight with my mom. My mom, she loves me. Don't get me wrong. There was no problem with my mom. It was my dad. There was a problem with my dad. And I didn't see my mom that much when I was younger because I think she was working and she was driving. But anyways, um, so when there was no one to take care of us, it'd be my grandma. And I would spend every day, every single day that I could, I spent time with my grandmother. Now, for some of you who have your grandmother still, and you know, because I know there are some kids out there who have a grandma and they treat her like crap, you know. And I'm not gonna switch subjects and anything like that, but I loved my grandma. I held her dear to my heart. I'd always spend every single time that I could after school, go up, do my homework, come back down, talk to grandma, spend time with grandma. At one point, she taught me how to, I forgot what that was called, where you would take two rings, put a piece of cloth over it that already has a little design on it, and put the cloth between those two rings, clamp it together, and start making designs like putting, I think it's called it yarning or something. I forgot. We started putting yarns together. Sorry, I'm talking. You guys aren't even watching gameplay. Sorry. So she taught me how to do that and all that good stuff. So she taught me how to do everything. I think she taught me how to sew. She never taught me how to knit though. I wish I would have known how. No, she did, but I forgot. I was like, crap. I forgot how to knit. But she taught me, but I forgot it. It's been a long while already. But yeah, I held her dear to my heart, and she passed away. Um, what was it? Before I became a freshman. I think it was around seventh. No, it was around eighth grade where she passed away, and that 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 killed me because that was like my grandma, the person I loved to spend time with. She was gone. Yeah, and I was angry. I got a cursed God saying, why me? Why all these bad things happening to me? I have a drunken father, my grandmother who I loved, is now dead, gone. So why? Because at home it was because of my father. Um, our family, isn't a family anymore because of his drunkenness. Like he would go out, he would get drunk, come home, start making a fuss. To this day, he still gets drunk, but I just ignore him. But it still hurts because he is my dad. Um, but yeah, because of my dad. Before everything, maybe I should start like how freshman year started. God, I need to stop going back and forth. Freshman year. God, I just suck at this, don't I? I'm terribly sorry, everyone. I really suck at storytelling. Anyways, we used to be a family. My mom, my aunt, my uncle, my grandma. We all used to be a family. Every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, every New Year's, we'd spend it all together. We'd all go down to my mom's and my aunt's apartment. We just all go there, have fun together. But then, as my dad started drinking more and more, I think he started drinking more and more because my grandmother passed away. The family split apart. We don't do the whole family reunion Christmas thing anymore like we used to. And that kind of got me sad. I miss those things. But what also made me sad is because I knew how they treated my grandma. They didn't like my cousins. They treated her like crap. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them didn't treat her like crap. Others did. And I remember which ones did. And yeah, and that's how like I started being all depressed freshman year because all that disappeared. The love, the care, my grandmother. You can see how old was I? I think was it 14? 14 going have to go through all that crap. It's not right. But that's like I was very depressed, but I would hide it. I would hide my depression by being a fool and stuff like that. And that's how everything started. And those were the problems that I would always tell Mike every time we would walk home. Or I'd give him a ride to school and back. He would always ask me how's everything at home, because me and him were cool. He would be the only one who asked me how I was at home. And I'll tell him everything's cool, or like, oh man, my dad's drunk again, and stuff like that. And I would say like it upsets me and stuff like that. And he knew. He saw it in my face. I think I don't know what it was, but I think he saw. I don't know. I think he saw the pain on the inside, like all the pain that I had before I even started talking to him, and that's how we started. But then again, probably didn't know anything until I really talked to him. But yeah, so I'd always tell him, he would always ask me how's everything at home, and I'd be like same old same. Sometimes I'll be like sad, in tears sometimes, of like being just fed up with everything that's going on. And every time I'm in tears, he'd be like, man, so you need to go to church. Every time, and I'll still say, no, it's cool, it's cool. But anyways, so it was junior year, and now, no, my friend, super, super nice. He's the kind of person he's super nice. And I remember one day, oh no, crap. One day I was at by then after I had my car, I would take his sister to and give her a ride as well. I would give her a ride as well to school. And then one day I was like, it was a pranking phase where I wanted to play pranks on everyone. But I played a prank on my friend, which I probably shouldn't have because it upset her a little bad. upset him real bad because it was including his sister. Now, of course, his sister says, "Oh, it might be a funny prank," and I was like, "No, I told her, it'd probably be funny," and she was like, "Okay." Now, obviously, it wasn't because I think I really hurt his feelings there because I told him this was a prank. I said that I tried to go pick up her sister, but I couldn't find her, and I didn't know where she was. I couldn't find her or anything. And then so when I said that, he, I had her hide like behind my truck. And I was like, ooh, snaps. And I was like, just stay there, and I'll just tell him that I couldn't find you. And then after he went upstairs, went inside, I told her, okay, let's get inside. And then it's okay, my brother's calling. I was like, okay, give me the phone. And she was like, and then Mike answered saying, hey, where are you? And I was like, she's with me. And then he just hanged up. And then I think he was upstairs crying because since it was his sister, he was upset that his sister was lost. And then I kind of messed up because we're like supposed to be. I messed up because I told him I couldn't find her, even though I was playing a prank on her. That was pretty messed up. He told me I was pretty messed up. But even after that, we're still friends. I mean, even though I didn't deserve to be friends with him, he still was friends with me, which I thought was cool. Sorry about that. Need to focus on his face. Did I freeze him? Yeah, I did. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. So I played that prank on him. It was not a nice prank, and I really thought I had lost him. My only friend that I made in high school. Like everyone else were like friends, but I didn't really consider them as friends because I thought they didn't consider me as friends. They were just friends, but they weren't like close buddy kind of friends like me and Mike. And I felt bad because I did that to him, and yet here we are, 8 years later, and we're still like best of pals. There was a lot of stupid stuff that I did that it's probably not what a friend might do, like that prank. But we still ended up being friends still. I mean, he forgave me. I don't know if he did cry or not. I don't remember, but yeah. But yeah. Anyways, after that, we started hanging out more again. The prank thing was well behind us, and it was junior year. I think junior year was at Blair. I don't quite remember what happened. It's like I don't remember what happened. What happened? Junior year. Hold up, let me shoot this guy real quick. You would, piece of crap. After that prank, I really thought I was gonna lose my friend Mike, and I didn't. We were still buddies, and so we would still hang. After junior year passed, past junior year, went on to senior year. That's where oh my, went on to senior year, and through the course of junior year, me and him will still talk. Whatever. Oh, I forgot to mention this part. Because of me having a car, my car didn't have a radio. and I think he had an iPod or MP3 at the time. I don't remember. But since I didn't have a radio in my car, we came up with something called iPod moments. They're like, out of nowhere, we burst into song, and we're like, what was one of them? Like, one of the songs, what were they? Oh, shoot. I think one of the songs was, what was one of the songs? I forgot what one of the songs was. What was one of the songs that we listened to back in the day? Come on, think, Angela, think. Oh, it would be Final Fantasy songs. Like, since I would play Final Fantasy, I finally started playing what's that called? Kingdom Hearts. I finally played Kingdom Hearts. I never played it before. There's always references to Kingdom Hearts. So I made references to Kingdom Hearts. So iPod moments were invented where he would start up a little piece and then I would keep going with a little piece and then we just kept going. Like, I think at one point we were like singing the Chocobo song. Like exactly like that. And that's where iPod moments were invented. So, yeah. After that, junior year. Oh, let's kill this guy quick. Oh, he's alive still. Almost fell to my death again. Oh, I won. Okay, so anyways, sorry. I need to really focus on this. We invented iPod moments after iPod moments, okay, all that. Through the course of junior year, driving back and forth, I was still telling about the problems I would have. After that, senior year started. Senior year started, and that's why I started skipping school and stuff like that. Me and him would still talk. We'll still talk. It's weird how our friendship developed because we would be in separate classes at school. Yeah, we'd always meet up at the hallways and like chit chat. Like when I see him in the hallway, I was like, "Hey," what? Like, stopped what I was doing and started walking to where his class was. Which reminds me, um, since I was a freshman year, jumping back, don't be mad. I remember that I was weird. Like I I knew my friend Mike's schedule, and I think that's kind of why he probably didn't want me to be a friend be his friend because I was weird. I knew his schedule. I knew everywhere where he would be and all that crap. And now that I'm thinking back, I'm like, what the fudge was I doing? I'm such a creepo. But yeah, sorry, I just thought of that. That's all. Okay, so after that, senior year came. That's where skipping started. I started to skip school and stuff like that because right like that year, I was just like, F the bull crap. I don't care. Right there, I was like, I don't give a dang. And then there was this one point where I was like so depressed where I called up Mike. This was by now. We already knew. I already knew his number, and I would call him like every time something was up at home. And I tell him, I was like, "Hey man, I can't go through this anymore. This is too much. I can't handle this, bro." It's like getting these thoughts of like just calling it quits right here, and then right there and then he was like, "Bro, oh no, I wasn't senior. No. In the beginning of senior, I'm jumping too far ahead. Sorry. In the beginning, ooh. Sorry, it's totally just quieted down there. The fudge? Okay, so while they're trying to kill each other, it was during the beginning of senior year. That's where had, like, I didn't even want to do this anymore. I got tired. Um, and then that's where Mike kept asking me, he still kept asking me, bro, come on, come to church. No, this is 3 years already. There's 3 years he kept asking me, come to church, come to church, come to church. And every single time I would say, no, 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 no. And he didn't take no for an answer because he still kept asking me. And I was like, no, bro, I'm cool, I'm cool. But then one day, I think, I was like, so upset. Like, I was really upset. Um, I don't remember what happened that day, but he was like, bro, that's why I'm telling you, you gotta come to church. I'm like, but bro, I'm afraid, you know. That's why I think I told him that I was afraid to go to church because, uh, whoop, I forgot the reason. Because I was afraid that, God was didn't want me, didn't like me. So that's when I went to church and stuff like that. And the first time I went, I finally went. The big day was on Sunday. I finally went. Um, I got picked up. No, I drove there. Yeah, first time I went, I drove there. Uh, I didn't know where to park. I think parked all weird about it. Oh, I froze. First time going to church, and his face just lit up. Like, I think when I went to church, because I think I told him I wasn't gonna go. Oh no, because I didn't know where it was. I think yeah, I had no idea where it was. I think I went on a Thursday, and that's where I found out where it was. And then on a Sunday I went, but I would just go half and half. I wouldn't go because of something else. I had to lie to my parents. Like, Mom, can I go to this church? And they were like, Wait, what? Why? I kind of want to learn more about God. And they were like, okay. Well, knowing that they were Catholics, I didn't know that Mike was Christian. And so we were still going to school at the same time going to church and stuff like that. And it was on and off, on and off. Uh, After that, um, I stopped going to church. I didn't want to go. I just didn't want to go. I didn't feel like going. Um, and then Mike told me about this thing called they were having a youth band, and so I was like, okay, youth band, that's cool. And so we would do a youth band, and we would learn. We were being taught how to play the guitar and all that stuff, and it wasn't easy. The cars, not card, flipping, what's that called? The guitar is not an easy instrument to learn. I found that out the hard way. But we finally learned. I learned bits and pieces here and there. And I was starting to go to the youth band. I was like, okay, I'll be part of the youth band. But of course, one of the requirements of the youth band is to go to church. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll go to church. You know, but then one day, I was like, I don't want to go. I'm tired of this. I don't want to keep doing this. That's okay. That's where this part's coming up. That I mentioned earlier, that was a little one. I was like, you know what, Mike, I'm tired. I'm having thoughts of like ending it right now, bro. Like, really, it's just too much. It's too much. It's like, these are the exact words to this day. I remember these exact words. And he was like, Angelo, if you still want to be my friend, then you will come to church, okay? And I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, okay, I'll come to church. I'll come to church. And so I went to church and then talked to the pastor. And it was around this time where my dad was really drunk. And he wanted the keys to the car. He wanted to go out in his drunken state. He wanted me to give me the keys. I said no. 2 more times he asked me, give me the keys. And those 2 times I said no. And so that's where my dad grabbed me by the throat and started choking me. And right there and then, that's where I was like, you know what, forget this. I was like, I can't do this, Mike. And he was like, you need to come to church now. And I was like, okay, I'll go. And I talked to the pastor. He was an amazing pastor that I know now. Oh my, I'm dying. His name was Pastor Frank. Oh, what the heck? Oh, this place is nice. I've never been here before. Stop it. Stop it. You're hurting me. I fell in the lava. Ah, like a boss. Yeah, and that's where I talked to Pastor Frank. He was like the coolest. I don't know. He was so wise, like the wisest pastor I've ever met. I think. Wow, I don't think up there. He would speak the word, and I was like, I don't know, like wisdom would just flow. Um, and so I would, um, I started talking to him, and he started mentioning, hey, how's everything at home and stuff like that. To this day, being Pastor Frank, we're still like buddies, but I'll talk more about that a little bit because he's about to die. He didn't die. Oh, there he is. Okay. Um. And so after I started doing that, I think there was one day where I went there and then I asked my mom. I remember this time. I asked my mom. It's like, Mom, what's a religion? Because I didn't know what religion was. And then she was like, what religion are we? And she was like, Catholic. I was like, okay. And then I asked asked the pastor's son, who's right now the youth pastor. I was like, what's the difference between I asked Mike first, what's the difference between Catholic and Christian? He's like, I don't know. Because at the time he didn't, he was still barely a Christian too. He was been there for like 3 years or more, I think, 3 or 5 years. Um, but he was, yeah, I don't know, but like if you want, I can have you talk to someone who knows. So he showed me to the youth pastor, and the youth pastor was like, oh yeah, differences like the same Jesus. The only difference is the Catholics have saints and Christians don't. I was like, okay. Come on, shoot in the face. Are you kidding me? Sorry, I'm just in the face. I probably shouldn't be here. What? I just knows. Okay, anyway. So he explained me differences, like, Catholics have saints, Christians don't, but it's still the same Jesus. Okay. Me being, I didn't know who God was. I didn't want to know who God was. Because, again, still on a period about, like, man, screw this. This person they call God. Because I didn't want to know anything about him. So then after he answered my question, sweet. After he answered my question, what? There's a snowman over there? I want to be over there. Sorry about that. Should be more focused into telling you guys the story, but I'm probably gonna edit these parts out. So he basically told me that. I was like, I was like, okay, doesn't really matter anyway. And so, I stopped going to church. Then I went back. That's when the band started, and the youth band sucked. Oh my gosh. They had the YouTube video. There's a video of us like playing the church the one day. It sucked so bad. I don't want to see it because it's that horrible. But I don't know. Apparently it's not. I never want to see it. My friend Mike, he said that he still watches it and he laughs because we sucked back then. Like sucked horribly. Like I just it's not. Don't even want to hear it. Don't even want to listen to it. Ooh, snaps. There's a lot of it. Oh, I got him. He got me. Hilarious. Sorry about that. Again, trying to be focused in this game is a lot harder. Ooh. Uh-oh. I gotta run. Crap. So we started finally. Dang, I need to stop getting off topic. We finally went to church. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh, he won. You suck. Okay, sorry about that. So I started learning about God there and who God was. You know, you ask, like the scripture says, now you ask and you shall receive. So I asked the question and I received knowledge. You know what the difference was. Okay, so after that, I would go. I stopped going to church, but then I started again. Where I was going, and I kept going. And I remember this day where there was this one day when I went to church, and the pastor was talking about how, you know, if you're married to your couple, you should be together no matter what. And I didn't like that because at the time I didn't like that because the situation I was in. I was pissed when the pastor said that because um, when the pastor said that, I'm losing my train of focus. I hate doing this. I should stop losing my train of focus. When the pastor said that, I was mad because of the situation that I was in. Dad being drunk, and Dad always wanted to beat the crap out of my mom. That was back then. Now he doesn't. Now he just wants to be a pain in the butt. Um, Dang, I need to stop getting off topic. It's just the snowman that's so distracting. I'm terribly sorry, guys. Um, where's he at? Got him right in the face. Back. I mean, big. So. I really need to stop. Ooh, he got me. Ah, sorry. I'm gonna edit these parts out, the silence parts. Um, so he said they should be together. I said no. I did not like that idea whatsoever. So I was pissed. I was angry. I was mad. Okay, and then there's this story which gives me goosebumps because it legit happened. I was like, come on, shoot in the face. The story of there was these three women that were kneeled before Jesus. think it was one deal. I don't know where he got the story from. I don't know if he got it from the Bible. I don't forget where he got that story from. But there were these three women kneeled before Jesus. Jesus was passing by, completely ignored the first one. When he went by the second one, he only, patted her on the head. Like like a pat on the head, like when someone like just wants, yeah, like a pat on the head. And then after that, oh, that's a good shot. Oh, you piece of crap. Anyways, and the third person went up to her and gave her a hug. Now, one of the villagers over there, like one of the ancianitos, meaning like one of the old people, was like, "Oh, I get it. Since the first girl didn't know of Jesus, Jesus did not acknowledge him at all." And the second one was like, "Oh, kind of knows Jesus at the same time, kind of doesn't." So, come on. I win. So, anyways, crap! I lost my train of thought again. The story, yeah. The one of the elders was like, okay, the first one didn't know Jesus, so Jesus didn't even acknowledge him. The second one kind of knows Jesus, but kind of doesn't. So he gave her just a pat on the head. That's it. And the last one knows Jesus fully, and that's why Jesus gave her a hug. But then Jesus was like, no. The first person already knew of Jesus. So Jesus didn't need to go up to her saying, I'm here. The second one kind of knew Jesus, but at the same time was still kind of doubting herself. And oh crap, I overshot it. Shoot. Kind of knew Jesus, but at the same time was still kind of half and half. And the third one didn't know Jesus at all. She didn't know who Jesus. She didn't know who Jesus was, and she needed someone to uh, to comfort her. And that's when Jesus gave her that hug, because that hug signified of Jesus saying, "I'm here. Don't worry. I'm I'm here for you. All your pain will go away now." And that's what the hug meant. And when I heard that, whoo, that anger just like lifted and disappeared. It was like, what the deuce? I'm like, what is going on? I was legit like, the heck? I was just pissed like not too long ago. Where is this anger gone to? And then I brought it up to my friend Mike. He was like, where is this? Where's bro? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was just angry, and now it's gone. The anger is gone. And this is what he said to him. He was like, this is exactly what he told me. I will never forget. He said, Angelo, bro, that was Jesus who just gave you that hug. Jesus hugged you and removed all that anger away. And I was like, what? Love was coming. Okay, and so he was like, Angel, Angelo. Huh. Nah, you can't do the wrong name. So yeah, he was like, oh, hey, buddy. shoot. Dang, I'm so focused on this, I completely forgot I needed to talk. And so when he told me, like, yeah, Jesus gave you that hell angel, who won? Did I win? I don't know who won. I think I won. Anyways, so he was like, Jesus gave you that hug, Angela. I was like, what? No way. Are you serious? It's like, yeah. It's like, what? So that was the first time I felt God. And like, it was just a hint like that. He was just like, bam, anger gone. And I was like, what? And so I was like, okay, okay. So I was like, okay, maybe there's something to do with this God. And I was like, okay. So I kept going to church. After that, I kept going to church. But I was still skeptical-ish. Now there was one day where I couldn't get a ride to church. I called Mike and I was like, you know what? He's like, hey, you think you give me a ride to church if you can't just tell me right now? Because I was pissed because my parents didn't let me go to church. Like, I was that pissed and I had to walk. And so I walked. Ooh, that's a hard fall. I walked. I walked to church. I was walking there. But like halfway, I was like, I'm not going to make it in time. And so I just went and talked to my little brother's ex-girlfriend's mom. And I was like, do you think you can give me a ride? At the time it was girlfriend, but now it's ex-girlfriend. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're ruining my recording. Just kidding. It's like, who would record in a game like this? Just kidding. But yeah. And she was like, yeah, no, it's fine. So she gave me a ride. And again, I was pissed. I was pissed off. I was pissed because all this crap was going on. And all this stuff was happening. And like, I came in like, I think after, while they were playing. And so they were playing, and after they finished playing, pastor started preaching. Stuff like that. After that, I heard him say, come on, you gotta remember this good. I want to get this part right. He said, he was talking about baptizing, like if you really accept your heart, baptize. But I kind of heard it, but at the same time I was kind of pissed. Oh no, you didn't. You may hit all the way to the floor again. You suck. Died. Okay, sorry about that. So he was talking about if you want to get baptized, what he was explaining what a baptism is. Like, to be baptized is the saying that you're not only taking God into your heart, but you're also accepting to die and then live again. Because I think I forgot what he says in both Matthew, Luke, and Mark, and I think a little bit of John, but I'm not certain. He says, yeah, for those two, crap, I can't remember it. Wow, this is horrible. Oh, well, that started beautifully. I think the verse went something like this, where he said, oh, something up already? So crap. He sent me to, that was fast. That was a straight up portal to lava. Wow, that's good. Let me message her. Wow, bro. That was fast. Good job. Now, this is going to be sent down to parts, because apparently this thing is too long. So, actually, I could upload it all. So where was it? Where was I? Yeah, he was talking about like if you really want to live the fullest Christian life, one should baptize himself because the baptismal means that you're accepting Christ not only, you know, and you're, I don't know, being baptized is like showing it in public saying that, these guys love trash talking. Um, it's just a symbol of like showing the public saying that, you accept Christ. And that's what the baptism is. But at the same time, it also means like, hey, you were born again. Because when they drop you in the water, you die. Symbolically speaking, you die. But when you come back up, you're born again. So you might die. You're born again. Oh. Yep, you died. You fell straight in the lava? Oh no. Yeah, but you're born again. So when they bring you back up, you're born again. And it was talking about that. Me at the time though, I was still pissed. Really, really pissed. I was like, man, why? I don't want to listen to it. I just want this day to go by fast. I went pissed at church. And then I think the pastor said something like, if you have anything, if you have any problems doing an altar call right now, to me, I was like, I'm too pissed to do this. I was like, just sat down in a chair and don't want to do anything. But I was like, you know what? God, if you're real, like if you're there, if you are the God who you say you are, I want you to take this anger away from me right now. Make it disappear. And the minute I finished that prayer, ooh, that anger went away. I was like, what? I was like, wait, hold up. I was like, wait. I'm not angry. Why not? And I was like, whoa. God totally removed that anger. And he was just like, alright, just to show you how much I love you, I'm gonna do that for you. And he did. And right there and then I was like, alright, you know what? You're the Jesus who they say you are. You are 100% going to be my savior. And so, like, I went up to the pastor, talked to him, saying, hey, Pastor Frank, how do you know when you're ready to baptize? He's like, well, Angelo, um, snaps. You know when that's something where you make the decision. I think it was a decision made by the person that, like, when you feel that God is there, when you feel that um, God is the God of, I'm trying to remember. I hate piecing these words together and we're trying to play at the same time. Your face! Ooh, you got me jerk. Come on. Ooh. I keep going off track. He said if you, it's when you agreed that God, so that decision is made up to you and only you. Like when you agree that God is your Savior and you know that that He is real, then that's when you can baptize yourself. I mean, not baptize yourself, but be baptized. And that's what I was like, okay, yeah, I want to be baptized, Pastor Frank. And he gave the biggest smile on his face. And like at that time, I was still the only one who went to church in my family. No one else would go, it's just me. So in a sense, what? He has a helicopter? I'm jealous. I gotta shoot that helicopter. Shoes, glass, that one. Thank you. 3, 2, One. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah. So that's why he was like, okay. He had like the biggest smile on his face, and I was like, yeah, I want to be baptized. Are we seriously both have? That's bullcrap. They double team. Anyways, so he said, all right, we can do that. And then after I said yes to being baptized, oh, look at boss. Did I win? I don't know if I won or not. I'm still alive. So. Okay, so after that, I had to take these classes, whereas for baptizing and stuff like that, and oh, it's time to baptize. This is where when I was being baptized, that's also when I found out that I had a family at church. Like there was a family there for me when the family at home was still apart. I had a family at church. That's when I was being baptized, and the water was freezing cold. And I don't think they did this to anyone. I think they only did it to me. I think to this day, they only did it to me. And every other time, they just had the water up. Or they did it in cold water, I don't remember. But when I was going to get baptized, the water was freezing cold. They were trying to get the water ready, but they didn't get the water ready in time. So they did what they did. They took a big, huge pot, a big pot of boiling water, and put it in the in the in the water I was about to get baptized, and so I just feel the warmthness of it. But at the same time, I felt like the warmthness of a family because, like I said before, I don't think they did that to anyone else, before me or after me. I think I was the only one they did that to. Oh, you about to die, boy. About to die. Oh, you think you're funny? You think you're cute, huh? You think you're cute, huh? Ah, he's funny. He's so funny. Wow, this thing has range. It's obvious the lava's not rising. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get out of this stupid hole. So, like I said before, I don't think they've done it with anyone before me or after me. Not that I haven't asked, but that's when I found out that I had a family there. Because I was the only one there. I was the only one out of my entire family. They saw me as their other son. I think there was another person there. Her name was Sarita. What now, Sakura? What now, Sakura? What now, Sakura? What Woo. And I'm dead. Anyways, so I was the only one, I think, who they did that too. But that's just me. I could just be all crazy, but yeah. But that warmth was there of a family like that I needed. Like I needed a family that I never had. Well, I had, but lost. And then I felt that there. Mm, And after that, you know, I gave my life to Jesus. I mean, yeah, one could say, but wait, how can you still be a Christian even though there's problems? It's it's more easy now. I mean, you can see that you have all these problems going on, but it doesn't matter. You know, like yeah, there are problems going on, but you're still alive. You still have your parents. So in a sense, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. So in a sense, they were my family. So yeah, I started finally putting my heart out to Jesus. I always go like, if you guys ever see me on Xbox Live, which right now I don't because I'm a lot of Xbox Live, but I have a verse. That's my bio, a verse. Uh, it says, "For who can know more than the Lord?" I forgot. I need to keep in my Xbox Live. Wait, I have a Bible app here. Let me look at the verse real quick. I'm gonna give one verse by the end of the day. By the end of this recording, one good verse, one right verse, because all the other ones were just half-aced. Like, oh, maybe is that what it said? I don't know if that's what exactly it said. For who can know more than the Lord? Oh, Lord. I think it was in Romans, but I don't remember. I really think. Do I really have to sign in? I might have to sign into my Xbox Live. So I might have to edit this part out real quick. Sign into. Oh crap! My Xbox Live is not even connected. Darn it. In Romans. I remember it was in Romans. Let's see. Sorry about that. I will find this. It was in Proverbs. Okay. I have a feeling it was in Romans, but I really have a feeling it was in Romans. Let's go for the Bible. Yeah, Bible. Bible. Bible first. Bible, people. I don't know if it was in a New Century Version. I'll try that one. Who can know more? Oops. Lord. Colossians? Was it that one? No. no more than the Lord. No more than the Lord. Match whole words only. Match all words, actually, yes. 2100. Entire Bible. Search keyword or phrase. I know it was like in Romans. Darn it, it doesn't show on this one. New Century Version. Update. Should probably stop this recording. I'll be back. I've actually found the verse that I put on my bio. I forget that I have a capture card, so I can just see it on my computer and on TV. So yeah, anyways, here it is. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. the computer, the 360. But anyways, here it is. Um, shoot, maybe I should show us a match before I. Darn it! I love Lava Survival. Lava Survival is so tight. Yes. Okay. So the message is this. This is the verse that I picked, and I've always loved. When I first saw it, I it was awesome. It says, "For who can know the Lord's thoughts? Who knows enough to give him advice, and who has given him so much that he needs to pay it back? For everything comes from him and exists by his power and is intended for his glory. All glory to him forever. Amen." Romans chapter 11, verse 34 to 36, New Living Translation. That verse, I forgot how to. Ooh. Oh, it just started. Crap. Turn off 360. Turn off. Good night, 360. I'm gonna play again because I don't have Xbox Live anymore. I'll play, yeah, capture, yeah, blah, 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 okay. Close, close, close. Okay, back to this game. Okay, sorry about that. So, yeah, I started, I started to become a follower of Christ. I started to follow, go to church more, and, like, even finally develop my talent of my music. Like, I learned how to, what the fudge, what is he building? How do you build that? That's no fair. He's cheating. Hacks. I call hacks. Nice. Back to my. Okay, so what's? Why can't I build? Oh, what a punk. So yeah. Oh sure, I'll just die in the lava. Anyway, I started figure out that I had talents. Like, I didn't know I could sing. Like, I found out how to sing and stuff like that at church. Like, I knew that I could sing. I knew that I could. I started to pick up the guitar very well, you know, and that was all cool. And it was all thanks, one thanks to God, but it was all thanks to that one person that even though I annoyed the crap out of him, I've pissed him off a couple times and said some things I shouldn't have. At the end, he still became my friend. The friend that I needed. A friend that he knew that I needed someone, and that was God. And so, this video I dedicate to my best friend, my truest friend, Mike, more known as Sora or my guru. I dedicate this video to him and this commentary. So, till next time, guys, I will see you probably next week. I don't know yet. Yeah, most probably next week. I don't know, because I do have some stuff. So right now I have like a half an episode going right now. How's he building all that? I don't know. You piece of crap. Okay, so anyways, like I said before, so all thanks to my best friend Mike. He started talking to me about God, and he kept insisting. He was persistent in saying, to know God, come to church, come to church, come to church. Persistent. Now, I almost died. He's a very persistent man. His persistence is probably what helped me out at the end. Right now, he's not too happy. Oh, right now, I don't know if he's happy or not. Me and him still talk, but we're distant now. Which I'm kind of sad that we're kind of distant. Because we were never distant before. I think it was me. I don't know if it was me or I don't know how we became distant. But we did. I mean, I know where he lives now. I mean, I know where he lives and stuff like that, but like, we don't hang out as much. I mean, because he has school and I don't, so it's understandable. No, no. I'm alive. So yeah, I kind of understand. I haven't been going to church a lot. Everyone was saying, "What? Angelo not going to church?" Yeah, I haven't been going to church a lot. There was a point in time where I was like, I just gave up. I gave up the whole church thing. Gave up with the whole everything. It was just too much. I just gave up, basically. I did like a boss. Yeah, but basically I just gave up. Oh, I'm an idiot. There's like stair steps. Oh, some of them. Anyway. And I really think I should be going back because I'm feeling I let everyone down, which I probably did. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no! Oh, I didn't know. So yeah, I really need to start going again. So, as a birthday present to my best friend Mike, today was a horrible day. I'm not gonna lie. No, my dad came home drunk today. I was mad. A whole bunch of stuff happened. But still, that doesn't make it right to not say happy birthday. You know what I mean? So, I dedicate this commentary video to my best friend Mike, who I hope he'll watch this. He's probably either gonna be like, why you gotta be so gay? And make this video dedicated to me, but this is a birthday present from me to you. It might not be a physical birthday present, but I don't know. I ran out of ideas of what to give you, because they were to give you a kingdom key chain. So I was like, what to do? So I was like, hey, not vlog, commentary dedication. Even though it did last like a whole hour. But yeah, anyways. Again, this is the Angelo signing off. For those of you who ever see Mike or meet Mike, say hi to him. Say, hey, I heard what you did for Angel. I think that was really cool. Say hi to him. Ask for autographs. Because he's famous now. He's on YouTube. So anyways, as I said before, this is dedicated to him. And that may God bless him. And that everything goes out the way that he wants it to. In school, at home, with the career that he's trying to do. Everything. So yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. See you later, my brother. Deuces. Say it again.
Make sure you subscribe.
Oh, matey.